Hello my lovely, welcome to my channel. My name is Polly and it's lovely to have you here. So in today's video I wanted to talk about the courage to follow your soul's calling. And one of the reasons that I was really interested in chatting a little bit around this is because firstly it's something that's been coming up a lot in my sister circles that I hold, in my Kundalini Yoga classes and community. With all of the different women that I interact with in community, weekly, we share wisdom, we support each other, and this is something that just keeps coming up. What's your soul's calling, soul's purpose? And I think people feel a little stuck with it. So it's something that I wanted to bring a little bit of light towards. This is stuff that we've been chatting around. It's not just me chatting about stuff, it's some of the stuff that we've been sharing within our circle. So I thought it might be interesting for a little YouTube video. So I'm going to break this little video down into 3 sections. The first part is going to be what the soul's calling actually is and what it's not, because there's a lot of misconceptions around it. Then I want to talk about a couple of misconceptions around what the soul's calling is and why this can keep us pretty stuck. And then I want to chat a little bit around what we can start to, a couple of awareness practices we can bring into our daily life to keep reconnecting back to ourselves in a world that tries to take us away from our own inner compass, our own inner truth, and follow the conditioned truth of the masses. And so they're the 3 little sections that we're going to talk about. Okay, so let's chat quickly around the soul's calling. Most people tend to think about the soul's calling as being something that has to be a career path, a job, something that we have to be very masterful at, and something that it's our craft and we have to be really good at it for it to be our soul's calling. And personally, I think that keeps us very stuck. It keeps us thinking that we are not our soul's calling, and instead it's something that we gain in the future. And that's not the truth. Or specifically in my experience, it's not the truth. Now, when we start to think about soul's calling, our personal soul's calling as something that we get from the future or something that we work towards to achieve, then we do the very common human thing of going, I am not it. I need to get it. I am lacking in it. Therefore, where is it? And we do this, right? We go, I am not there yet, so I need to get there. And because I haven't got there, I'm lacking. Now, soul's calling has got nothing to do with something that we get. It's got nothing to do with becoming the best version of ourselves or the most grandiose healer on the planet. It's got nothing to do with emerging into our truest creative potential. Now, I'm not saying our truest creative potential is a bad thing. It's great, sure. But if we become attached to wanting to have the truest, most authentic, perfect version of our potential in our claws right now, like Gollum, we miss the point. And that's what most people think soul's purpose is, or soul's calling. We think it's a career choice, some sort of adventure that's going to help to heal the world or whatever. We might think about it as a job title or something we need to master or something we need to specialize in. These are all nice things, but they're not soul's purpose, okay? Soul's purpose is something that we are. It's not something that we need to get. Just let that sink in for a moment. Soul's purpose is not something we are lacking that we need to get. Soul's purpose is something that we are, that we vibrate in the now moment. So we already are it. And that's something that I think is very twisted, if you like. In the modern world that we've been brought up in, it's all been about achievements and moving forward and goals and objectives and being better. When soul's purpose is not about being better. Oh no. Soul's purpose is remembering that we already are everything that we need to be first and foremost. Yes, we can achieve things. That's not what I'm saying. We already are life. And when we connect to life, when we connect to life force within us, we recognize that we vibrate our soul's purpose. We don't get it. Because our soul's purpose is our truth as a soul, our essence as a soul. So therefore it is not something that we obtain, it's something that we allow ourselves to be. It's something that we allow ourselves to be. And the reason that I wanted to phrase it like that is because often, specifically on a so-called spiritual path, whatever that's meant to mean, life's the spiritual path, right? But specifically in maybe we're going through some sort of what we might call a spiritual journey or whatever, and we go, what is my soul's purpose? When we get so tied up on our soul's purpose being something that we need to achieve, a job title, a career path, something we need to master, then we forget that we already are the purpose. That our soul's purpose is allowing ourselves to be who we are. And this brings me on to the next point. The next point is a couple of misconceptions around soul's purpose. Some of them I've obviously just talked about, but some of these really do keep us stuck. And what I really want to bring to light is an identity. When we looking for our soul's purpose, often what we tend to do, and I'm speaking to myself here as well, so I'm not on my high horse thinking that it's not something that I do. We do it as humans because the ego, the unobserved mind, it wants status. It wants status and it wants a sense of grandiose. It wants to know that it's important. This is the ego, right? It's not the soul. The soul is infinitely important and not simultaneously, right? But the ego wants uttermost importance. It wants uttermost status. And so what we tend to do, and we do it because we're humans and I do it too, is that we go, okay, I need to find my soul's purpose. Maybe I'm a specific light worker, or maybe I'm a specific witch, or maybe I'm not that there's anything wrong with saying you're any of these things, or maybe I'm a specific starseed, or maybe I'm this sort of teacher, or maybe I'm this sort of guide, or maybe I'm a leader of this, or maybe I'm somebody trying to bring in new earth, or maybe I'm some old soul from the past, or maybe I'm some gatekeeper of Akashic records, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. These are all things that we might teach, like I teach Kundalini Yoga, I teach energy work, right? I teach spirituality. Sure, these are things that allow me to recognize what I'm teaching in the material world, in the material form, but they are not soul's purpose, they are not our soul's path. When we start to think that these little identities and roles that we form for ourselves are our soul's path or our soul's purpose, what we do is we really box off the soul and go, oh, but I feel like I'm a little bit of this sort of witch, and I feel like I'm a little bit of this sort of witch, and I feel like I'm not really a witch at all, and actually I feel like I just want to go have a glass of wine in the sun. What we do is we form these little identities out of what we call a soul's path, or we call a soul's purpose, but really they're just identities that the ego wants to latch onto so that it's got some sort of relevance and some sort of importance. And that's okay. That is also okay, but it's not our soul's path. Our soul's path, our soul's purpose is our ability to be who we are. It's what we allow ourselves to be. It's the truth we allow ourselves to radiate in the now moment. It's not an identity, a role, a part to play in society. They might be helpful in different ways, sure. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with identifying ourselves with certain roles, job titles, beliefs. Humans have always done that. We've always sort of found connection and meaning in life through storytelling and symbols and mystique and belonging and all of these different things. That's cool. Humans do that, but it's still not our soul's path. Our soul's path is our ability to allow ourselves to be ourselves. And also there's the recognition of what that is as well. And that comes from listening to ourselves a lot. It comes from listening to ourselves a lot And as we're listening to ourselves, recognizing when we are betraying ourselves and when we are honoring ourselves because of what we've listened to, because of what we've felt, because of what we've allowed ourselves to see, be and feel. That's my personal experience. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I don't care whether it's right or wrong. I'm just sharing what I personally have experienced throughout my own life. So the ego is the only thing that really wants an exact role or an exact identity. Going, this is my soul's calling. Soul's calling is being ourself, being our truest essence in the moment, vibrating that I amness. Right? It's not something that we get. And the reason that these little identities and roles that we sort of formulate for ourselves in the material world can keep us stuck when we think about it as our soul's path or soul's calling is because we might see lots of other people going about their so-called calling and go, oh, they've got their shit together. They know what they're doing. They're this, and this. It says it on their Instagram account. And I don't know what the fuck I am. I don't know what I am. That's where it keeps us stuck because we already are who we are. The need for us to be something else, another role, another identity, is really only the ego trying to make sense of the world and bring form into belonging and connection and sometimes grandiose. Right? And I do it too. My ego is just the same, right? Egos are the same like that. The ego is simply the unobserved mind. That's what it is. When we don't observe ourselves, we can get lost in it. And that's why it keeps us stuck. It makes us feel like we're not good enough, like other people have got these great, strong job titles, like the archangel, armpit, healer of all the healers, ascended from heaven. Yeah, when we have these roles or we see other people with these roles and these different abilities, skills, talents, all of these different things, and that can make us feel inferior. That can make us feel like we haven't got there yet, that we aren't enough, that it can play on our sense of continuously needing to search for what it is that we are from the future and achieve that. And the soul's path's not about achievement. The soul's path is about vibrating our unique fucking frequency. It's about knowing who we are and being that. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. And so that brings me on to talking about the final part of this little session today, which is about allowing ourselves to tap back into that soul's path. And why we need the courage here. So like I said before, in Kundalini Yoga, we talk about the 10 bodies of light or the 10 bodies of consciousness, which are different sort of energy bodies and physical and mental bodies that make up the essence of the human being, if you like. I'm not going to get into them, it's a little bit complex for now. But I do want to quickly talk about the soul body. The soul body is what we call the first body of light or the first body of consciousness, and it's specifically taught in Kundalini Yoga as we work with the movement and transformation of energy. And the first body of light, the soul body, it resides at the heart space. We call this the seat of the soul. It resides at the heart chakra, this energy center at the chest area, which is really all about love and compassion and unconditional give and receive of energy and life. To be able to tap back into our own truth, our own soul's path, and we say path as if it's a road that we're going along. Really what it is our ability to hold space for ourselves in the now moment. And so tapping back into this space at the heart in our day-to-day life is one of the main practices that I do, and you don't have to do anything. It's just an awareness practice when you are moving through your day and you recognize that you're moving through your day and you may be feeling stressed or burnt out, or your nervous system's on high alert, you feel maybe disconnected to yourself, to your truth, you're comparing yourself to other people, you think that they've got their shit together and you haven't, they're on their soul's path and you're not. remember, you are your soul's path. It's not something you learn, it's something you already are. It's allowing yourself to be it. Because everything that we are is only recognized within the now moment, in presence. So it's simply not something that we can get. Only the mind wants to get something from the future and bring it into fruition, into manifestation in the now moment. Whereas the heart just is. It's an unconditional isness that we can tap into and expand our capacity to hold that truth, that space for ourselves. So when you recognize that you are sort of like disconnecting yourself from yourself, mainstream media, mainstream society is zigging and telling you how to live your life, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you should believe in, what you shouldn't believe in, all that shit. This is when it's so important to connect to your soul, and then you go, okay, let me find my center again. And you can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and you can tap. Go, does this feel true to me right now? The way in which I'm moving through my day, the way in which I'm moving through my life. Just this moment, does it feel true to me, or am I self-betraying? And then we feel and listen and know, because we always know inside what feels true to us. And then we have, from that awareness, a choice to zag with all the conditionings and the beliefs and the shoulds and shouldn'ts that we're told to be like by mainstream society. Or we can go, did that feel true to me? No, it didn't. So I'm going to follow my soul. And that's what the soul's path is. It's a reconnection to what feels true to you in the moment. It's a reconnection with oneself. And it's already something that we are. And so this is a little awareness exercise. It's just simply tap in. So you're bringing yourself back into your center, your spine, your nervous system, your chakras, your energy, your physical body, which is all it's like an instrument, it's like a truth radar, and you can tap in and you'll sense it because you've given yourself that moment of space beneath the noise of the media and the world and the external constant distraction from our soul's path. And we've given ourselves that moment of awareness. And from that space, from awareness, we can choose. We can choose to follow the masses, or we can choose to listen to what actually feels true. Whenever we choose to listen to what actually feels true to us, we stop self-betraying ourselves. And this is a practice, and it takes time to build that inner feeling of safety and self-trust in ourselves. But it can happen in tiny little moments of awareness in our day. So tapping in and then choosing to work with more truth within ourselves. And that might be in tiny little things. So for example, I give a very, very quick example of something small that we might do in our day. I might be moving through my day in my work day, for example, and I'll have this big list of things to do, and I'll be doing them all, and I'll be working from like 9 till 5, and then I'll feel completely burnt out, completely frazzled. I've got a highly sensitive nervous system. I'll be absolutely exhausted, and I'll have a paddy. If I catch myself within that big list and I go, stop, Polly, am I being true to myself by rampaging through this big list? Is this true? What could I do? What's going to be helpful? How can I expand my capacity to do the helpful, purposeful, kind thing towards myself and not betray myself again? And as we start to do those things in all different little areas of our life, say some of the sensation of magic and intuition comes back online, but we don't trust it, we don't allow it. We try and force it into it being some sort of identity or role, or it has to be this or that, or should I share it, or does this make me a magician? Instead of trying to analyze all of the different sensations and feelings and knowings of truth, of the soul that comes into our awareness in the moment, just allowing them to be there and recognizing that it is okay for me to follow what feels right. And so that little awareness practice with the tapping is a great one to do. And another thing that I always found really, really, really powerful to tap into the courage of listening to our soul, because it takes courage when everybody's going that way and you realize there's a lot of brainwashing going on that way. That is not true to us, because you've recognized that there's a lot of brainwashing going on that way. And when you recognize that there's a lot of brainwashing going on that way, what's happened is we haven't followed our soul's path. We've followed the path we've been taught or conditioned to follow. That's not the soul's path. The soul's path is coming from here, recognizing that truth and sending our energy into the spaces, places and ways that aligns with allowing ourselves to be who we are at our core. And so another little practice, a final practice that I find is fantastic for just building our capacity to hold presence for ourselves, is any form of creating breath, movement and sound in the body. These are the three main ways to anchor and move energy in the body: breath, movement, sound. These can be very intuitive. I quite like dancing and swaying or shaking with a mantra on, or even humming to the dance and the sway and allowing some sort of sound to come out of me, whatever it is. So there's a movement going on, there's some breath going on, and there's some sound going on, which really draws us into our inner body. And then after you've done that breath, movement, sound, intuitive little sequence for a few minutes, you can listen to yourself much deeper with much more presence. And from that space of presence, we can hear the soul speak. And when the soul speaks, we are in the path, not trying to find the path in the future. We are in the path, and you'll feel yourself in the path because it feels like you've come home to yourself. Okay, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Ciao for now.